3,
2, 1, live.
oh, 8. Why is it? Where is it? There it is.
Are we on?
I think we're on. I'm looking at the screen, but there's a delay because it's the whole streaming of the internet thing.
Oh yeah, it has to go to space first.
Right, it bounces off space, then it comes back down. It takes 30 seconds, 45 seconds.
Good morning.
Oh, hey, hello.
Or afternoon.
Good afternoon for us. Yes. Hi there. My name is Odin, and I have a YouTube channel. You might have noticed it. You're kind of on it. And on Mondays, Felicia and I like to do a live stream. And so hello and welcome to our Monday live stream at noon our time, whichever time it may be for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like you're getting a phone call.
Or
is that the live chat?
No, it's a text, I think. Is it
Okay.
important?
I don't know. Is
Yes. Yes, it is, yeah.
It's time to start.
No, it's not time
Oh.
to start. It is family being happy that I wished her a happy birthday, and in return is telling me happy anniversary, because yesterday was my wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy wedding anniversary.
Thank you. So, once again, everyone, let me be honest, I'm brain dead because I'm still con crunching every week trying to get the videos done because I'm just not doing simpler projects, which is something I'm really going to need to do. So I'm a little punchy and a little attention deficit, even more so than normal.
Yay
How
for
are you
big
doing
projects.
today? Yay for big projects!
I slept last night, so I'm fine.
Oh, good for you.
I know, one of those luxuries.
Yeah, I fell asleep in the chair in front of the computer for a moment. It was a little longer than that, but still.
Looks like it's working now.
Oh,
Everyone's
hey.
saying hi and
Everyone's
what's
saying
up?
hi. Thank you for pointing out that we actually have people in the chat.
Yes, and Merry Christmas. This is our last stream before Christmas, so
This is true.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, happy whichever you want to be doing.
Yeah. Thank you for hanging in there this year.
Definitely.
Surviving until next year, right?
You're right. Definitely thank you for hanging in this year. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of our live stream. Thank you for chatting back to us. Thank you for watching. Definitely. The live streams are a lot of fun because we get to talk to you and because it's interactive. And so you being here really makes the live streams work. So thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So
We got
I'm
we
gonna
got
trim this.
hi back from Ross Richard. Oh, hey, look, it's Dan Does Junk. Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing and the chat disappeared. All right.
Where's the one I want?
Hey, it's Nicole from Patreon. Hey! Oh, Maker JP's here laughing. That's awesome. Artful Dudley says, I love you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, thank you.
Everyone's wishing us a happy New Year and Merry Christmas. A happy Christmas and a Merry New Year.
Happy Christmas, Merry New Year.
Oh my God, Odin said my last name right. Score! You're welcome. I would say it's on accident, but anyway, no. You're welcome. The Jack Smith says, I dropped my sandwich when I saw this stream. I regret nothing. Aw.
No, I want a sandwich.
Now you want a sandwich?
I want a sandwich.
Well, we can do sandwiches, about 2:30.
2:30? Well, then I want pizza.
Okay. So I've got a question from Nicole from the Discord. So I say this often because that's the whole point of doing a television thing, right? Which effectively this is television. You always remind the viewers of what it is, the little things that you do, because sometimes you have a new viewer. So on my phone here, I'm not just talking to anybody. I've got a Discord set up where I talk to dogs that bark. This is the Barks Discord server. But also, I will talk to my patrons. I've got a private Discord set up so the patrons can directly talk back to me. And there's a little bit of back and forth during the week. But the main idea was to be able to get questions during the live streams because sometimes the chat is so active, we can't read the whole thing before it disappears off the screen. So I got one here from Rodimus Prime saying, I have a question. Could you bend a piece of acrylic, plastic, or plexiglass, it's all kind of the same thing, and then put window tint on it to make a face shield for the Mandalorian helmet. I feel like that would be cheaper, but I don't know.
Depends on how thick. And yes, you can. Weren't you talking about a polyester dye? Being able to work on a.
Yeah, I was talking about a polyester dye.
On plastic. Sorry, I'm just
No, you're
in
all
the
good.
middle of
You were
a
paying attention. It's great. You could, but cheaper than what? What are you trying to get it against? When I did heavy, I actually bought a formed visor that was part of a particular helmet, a welding helmet, and that one it was $20 or $25 or something. It was a little pricey for a visor. Probably wasn't, but for a cosplay visor, it felt a little pricey. You can get $5 ones on Amazon. They're just welding shields. They're flat. They're still polycarbonate. It's a scary thing. They do say green number 5. In a moment, I'll walk over to this other room and grab one. But on the helmet, they still look black. They don't look green. They look green looking out of them, but they don't look green looking into them. If you really wanted to go the window tint route, it is going to be a lot more work. It will work, and I'm sure the components will actually cost more than the $5 window, than the $5 visor from Amazon.
Isn't that crazy how that works? Sometimes
Yeah.
in trying to do something the cheap way, you end up spending way more.
Yes.
Yeah. Happens way too many times. More than I care to admit.
Absolutely more than I care to admit. And the other thing you were talking about, I've seen Bill Duran, and I've seen William Shakespeare, and I've seen a few other people do tutorials on it using, PETG plastic. It's another type of clear plastic that's very easy to vacuum form. Polyester dyes for polyester fabrics will bond to the plastic. You just keep redipping it to get it to be the darker shade that you want. And that actually is probably the easiest, and it won't cause the bubbling or peeling that window tint could. But anyway, this is the window tint. This is just a replacement visor. I keep calling it window tint because I'm tired. This is the welding shield. It's like a grinding shield or welding, but it's the green number 5. So this one's I suppose is safe for looking at welding sparks. I don't know for sure. And in this light, you can kind of see it's a little bit green, kind of. Yeah. Can we get it to
There you go.
kind of green? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's greenish. But when you put it in a helmet, you don't really see the green.
The white does not make a difference.
The white does not make a difference, no.
There you go. If we do it like that.
Oh, there you go. Now you got it. So, yes, it is green, but, all of my Mandalorian helmets pretty much have that in it. And they all look black. And the majority of the helmets that I've seen in person that people have made have that in it, and they're all green. So I don't know if the ones in the show are color corrected, where you can see through Din's chin, and it just looks like tinted. But considering they'll spend $400 a quart on the paint for his Beskar armor, I'm sure they're not opposed to spending a little more on his visor. Holy smokes, William Connors! Thank you. William Connors did a $50 super chat, just saying Merry Christmas to everyone at Odin Makes.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Dahi, I'm going to assume. Dahi's got a $5 super chat. Thank you. What do you think would be the best paint to stick to football pad plastic? Okay. It has been a while. I think when we were doing it with guar, we just kept hitting it with spray paint because it would only flake a little bit. But yeah, it flakes. I actually bought a brand new can the other day because I was there.
What's that?
It's the one that... It's the most wonderfully toxic spray paint ever. And I don't have a good close-up camera
the
for
vinyl.
it. Yes, it's the...
Okay.
It's going to get out of
When
focus.
they're saying football pads, are we talking
Right.
about the shoulder pads? Are we talking about the plastic part?
Okay,
or the fabric part?
This is a very good
These
point.
are all so many different questions that I have. It makes a big difference on what are we trying to do. Are we trying to, because
Absolutely. You're
those
right.
shoulder pads, I love sticking them under, especially
Yeah.
like fur capes and other weird things to just really give the bulk of armor.
Right.
And you can literally just hot glue to those things. They're plastic and
Right.
fabric, but then there's also the pad. There's a
The
lot.
pad.
There's the padding, and what are you doing, and what do you need it for, and what does it need to look like, and those all change what you use.
So to summarize, the very valid point she brought up, I would use this on the plastic. This is the Duplicolor brand vinyl and fabric spray paint. This is made specifically to spray paint vinyl seats in automobiles. So it is made to bond and dry to vinyl in such a way that you could then sit on it in the summer heat. And it does actually work. I would use this on the plastic. She's talking about the fabric portions. You can
I
get...
like other plastic versions too. Both work.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, when we did guar, we just sprayed them all down with Krylon done.
Yeah.
But it does crack and come off and rub off on you, a little bit here and there. If you wanted to spray paint the fabric portions and actually have it stick and stay, the new thing that she just showed me, so it's new to me, is the Tulip brand fabric spray paint that all the craft stores I've been into recently seem to have in varying
Isn't that
sizes.
so great?
Yes, it was awesome.
Yes. Because spray painting fabric's the worst.
It is the worst. She helped me use it for Halloween with the Black Knight costume when we spray painted the sweater. So yeah, and still got that sweater. It's still black. It's great. How's that? So automotive store for this one. The only place I've ever seen the vinyl fabric because it's an automotive product, and craft stores, fabric stores for the Tulip one.
I hope that helped.
I hope that helps. I hope that was the right answer. Dan does junk. Lego Ice Planet shirt? Awesome! Brings me back to my childhood. Yeah! I actually bought this one the same time I bought the classic space shirts. Like, they got that one too? Click. And then, Felicia was saying, hey, I'm going to wear my red dress because it's kind of Christmassy for your Christmas tree.
It matched my earrings.
And it matches her earrings. What are you going to wear? And, of course, I had that, clothes. So, Ice Planet made sense because it's snow, right? It's a Christmas shirt.
I watched that Star Wars movie as a Christmas movie. It works.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Thank you, Claire Harris. Odin is cool. Jonna? I don't know. Jonh says, hello, Odin. Hello, Felicia. How are you?
Doing well. I'm trying to thread a needle on live stream.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And of course, it's extra hard when I
Right.
feel like people are watching.
Jerry bought a threader, but I think I might have left
It's
it
okay.
before
I already did it.
Okay.
It technically has one of those self-threaders, but this
does?
isn't. Yeah, it's what this thing is right here. But it's not my favorite version of that. I prefer the upgraded.
I never played with that on that machine. No,
I know.
I assumed it was part of the button holder or something.
Nope, it has a threader. I'm just faster using
Okay.
my eyeballs than that
Sure.
thing sometimes. But yeah.
That's what I'm used to with my old Kenmore because it didn't have anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wolverine Scratch noticed you have bulbs in your ears.
I do,
You
and they
do.
light up.
And they are blinking.
Can you see it on camera?
Can you see them? Yeah, I can see they're blinking.
Oh,
I have to look for it, but I can see they're blinking.
yay for light up accessories.
Dahi says that was the perfect answer. Thank you.
Okay. So I saw football pads on clearance at Walmart, and I was like, I don't need these for anything. But in the past, I would get them for Smosh, or for costumes.
Absolutely.
There's so many things I've used those for that I just, and I've seen them at a cheap price and just keep walking, knowing I don't need those right now.
I saw a pair for $3 at a thrift store. They're on the shelf up there underneath some of the Clone Troopers.
Yep, that's a good
Do
price.
I need football pads? No. I've got nothing coming up that's going to require football pads,
But
but
they are really
I've
good
got 'em.
support
Yeah.
for bases of large costumes,
Right.
especially when you want to play with size.
yes.
Remember when we did the chainmail and all of the knights and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
We had to make Olivia seem like she was a full-grown man,
Right.
or actually kind of bigger. That was part of the joke.
Sure. So you
I mean-
dressed her like Tina Turner from Mad Max?
We put her in the football pads, threw on the stuff over the top of it. She had a medal,
She had the metal coif, right?
the coif,
Yeah.
and it had the full kind of,
Wow, it had the full all the way around.
yeah, so it weighed a lot
Yeah.
with the football, with the everything else in the platform shoes.
In the platform, very Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Except that Tina just had big earrings. She didn't wear the coif. She had a chainmail dress on, if you remember.
Yeah, I also have a picture of Olivia just in the chainmail dress.
Oh, there we go.
She looks really good in it. But,
Cool.
But yes, one of my more favorite
Yeah.
costume pieces that is
Sorry,
the
being
silent
distracted.
support we don't tend to talk about.
Right. I think all the Castle Black guys had those on for the Game of Thrones shoot we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I have that shot in my demo reel,
Oh,
actually.
good.
Yeah,
That was a fun set to build.
I remember that one.
Quidstick says, doggies! I don't like dogs. You don't like dogs? Oh, well, dogs are off the camera right now. You're good. Jazzy XP, when am I going to do my next anime prop?
I don't know.
Nope,
There's-
dogs are back. Dogs! Do I have... I don't have one planned at the moment that my brain's letting me remember. Yeah. So, soon?
Eventually.
Connor Cook asking a pretty major question. Connor Cook says, "Hey Odin and Felicia, thank you for answering my question about the Predator cosplay a few streams back. How would you go about making his face, hopefully with working mandibles? Thanks again."
Well,
We can be jerks. I'd do a live cast and cast it out of foam rubber. For the mandibles, you just have some animatronics.
depends on how
That's not the
crazy
answer
you want to
want.
get into, right?
Pretty much, yeah. It depends on how crazy you want to get into it.
Makes a big difference.
Something like that.
You'd want a friend to help you out because you can't do your own face.
Absolutely. Yes. You want a friend to help you actually. Or with the Predator, you could probably get away with not having to have your own actual...
You can create a mask over the top
You
of
could create
it.
a mask over the top of it. I think you probably could. Because it doesn't... I mean, it depends on the quality you're going for anyway, right? There's definitely... I think there's enough fudge room with that particular face. So with the mandibles and the lips of the mouth, yeah, you're looking at foam rubber or you're looking at silicone with a lot of Part C. To my knowledge, because I don't think like hot melt vinyl, which is going to be cheaper and easier to use, is going to give you the stretch to actually have them open up, right?
I think you'd really need the latex.
I think you really need latex or silicone, yeah, one or the other for
and you
the
could
actual
paint
casting.
the latex up in layers. I'd probably go latex because I'm
Right.
more familiar with latex over silicone.
Sure, and you can
But-
buy latex. You know, Michaels has latex.
Yeah, and you can
Yeah.
layer it. You could start with the latex base of a mask,
Right.
and put your stuff on top of it to really just.
Yeah,
But that's only because I know latex better.
sure. No, so do I. It's okay.
And it also is safe on your face, and you can use it as makeup. So if you need
Yes.
to blend those lines,
You can
it's-
just stipple
yeah.
latex directly to yourself.
So
Absolutely.
good luck.
Whereas with silicone, you need to... Silicone itself doesn't really stick to anything other than silicone. So when they're making the appliances, they actually have another compound they'll airbrush into both halves of the mold, so the silicone becomes encapsulated. And that's the material they're actually painting and gluing to, and that's the material that goes to an infinite edge that's really easy to blend in. At least, this is as shown to me in both documentaries and in person when I went down and talked to Brandon at Mold Life. And yeah, that's something I'd love to play more with, but
Right?
Yeah.
But I don't know it well enough yet.
I don't know it well enough yet. And the other problem is I never give myself enough time to do any bigger projects like that. I feel like molding and casting and the painting is a bigger, more involved thing. For the guys that do it all the time, it's
Yeah.
not.
Because they have their setups.
They have their setups, yeah. I don't. And so to do it within 4 to 5 days to make a video, just It's intimidating, so I haven't done it. Somebody's trying to bribe me for the right hand of doom. Good thing they're a mega anonymous, so I have no idea who they are. Said that backwards, but that's okay. The crafty narwhal, Redditor, is asking Odin, "Are you a god?" Perhaps. Squid stick. Yes, I did know that. And this is going to be tough. The last episode of The Mandalorian is still fresh enough. I would rather not talk about it during the live stream. Do I want to talk about it? Oh, hell yes. I don't want to talk about it on the live stream because there's at least one member of my household who hasn't seen it yet. And I know that there could be others. So I'd like to give that a little bit of breathing room before we really geek out on it, which isn't fair because we're excited about it right now. And I get that too. But, yes, what you're asking, I did see that, and I enjoyed it very much. I could even go about how I noticed it was coming up, but that's spoilers. Connor Cook, what about something like a stocking material? So, yeah, you wanted to do a soft sculpt? You wanted to sew a predator mask, like something with spandex or nylon?
Actually, using a stocking material for a base is not that bad of an idea, especially if you have a latex painted on top of it.
Right. It'll lose a lot of its elasticity once you put the latex on it.
But latex has its own
it
elasticity,
does.
so if it's already on and stretched out, you kind of already have it where it needs to be.
But
you're not getting extra grab.
No.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but,
okay.
But they work.
It'll work, yeah. Yes, you can.
You can.
You totally can.
If you have an idea, I say try it. Like, It sounds like you kind of know where you want to go. I say you probably are on a good path because if you're going to latex and do it, you need to have some kind of filler.
By the way, we're the ones who brought up latex. They're just talking about...
No, I know. I'm just saying, if you're using latex or anything like that, you're going to need a filler in general. So
you are, yes.
Using
nylon...
A stocking filled with cotton, to get the shapes and with a wire inside you can really get in that and use that as a base, but you can also paint on that. You can use fabric. You can use paint. You can use lots of stuff. So probably yes.
Yes. And what the way she's talking about it as well, if you look, there is a book that Dick Smith put out in, I think, the late 60s, early 70s. It's Dick Smith's makeup book. And the main thing in the book, he talks about how to do classic makeups at home easily within the time frame of when the book was published, so 50 years ago. So it is taking spirit gum and gluing cotton balls to your face, and you pull most of it off,
Not
and then you paint.
Not necessarily cotton. You might want actual foam. Foam works better, but yes, cotton.
This is the book. This is the book from 50 years ago.
From 50 years ago, but now we have foam. I'm just throwing that out, going, ooh, yeah.
They put the latex over to build it up to become Quasimodo. And the other thing I thought that he did in the book that was really kind of neat and would certainly work for like Halloween or a short stint, in order to make Quasimodo's teeth, he mashed bubble gum up against his teeth and then took peanuts and stuck it in to make the rotten, weird Quasimodo teeth.
Say, and then he saw his dentist, and his dentist was like, wow! You really are Quasimodo now with that much sugar packed on your teeth. Anyway, but yeah.
Oh, Anonymous Tuna responded. Now I'm going to go back and see. Oh, there it is. Laughing at least. My heart, oh man, ouch. Okay. I like to draw stuff. Can I make the hovering thing that Baby Yoda sits in? His hover pram. SKS Props just did a pram for the Mattel Baby Yoda toy, which of course isn't the proper size for the show, so we made it kind of chibi because it's kind of a chibi sized. So it works really well, and I thought it was pretty cool. Can I? I could. Somebody I know just did, so I don't quite want to do it that quick. Not knowingly. When I put out a video the same week somebody else does, hey Jake, that's fun. Because we're both just doing the same things independently. But to follow up a video, I don't know, that one doesn't... I try not to do that. Oh, they're talking about Twilly heads. That's good. Yes, Spicy Kermit. I love the Mandalorian finale. In fact, I enjoyed pretty much all this season, and I was amazed and amused. The majority of the episodes were like 35, 40 minutes long. John Sakars is asking if I've ever considered sealing foam gaps with foam clay. Apparently it works very well.
I've brought that up a few times.
You brought that up a few times, and I've had Jared bring that up. Jared is Skyland's brother. Skyland did the My Hero Academia build a couple weeks ago. Yes, but I keep going for Alex and other things because of dry time. Getting back to the whole, hey, I need a video out next Wednesday.
Yeah,
Plus,
that's
I need
what you
time
always
to
tell
write
me.
it. Yeah.
You're always like, I don't have time for that.
No, the interesting thing that they were telling me that I haven't done is that foam clay, if you put it in the freezer, it actually accelerates its setting up.
Really?
Of the weirdest things, yeah. And it doesn't freeze it, but it seems to...
Is there any water in it? Does it crystallize at all?
Yes, there's moisture in it. No, they didn't talk about it crystallizing.
Okay. Because sometimes, things expand in freezers
Right.
with that, so...
Exactly, or contract. And I haven't tried it yet. I've tried 3 or 4 different brands of foam clay. The white foam clay that Michaels has, the Michaels Creatology brand, or whichever it is, they really liked it. They said it was really easy to work with, and it dried fairly quickly and a bit harder. So...
Are you going to try it next time?
Or
not?
I probably should, but I don't know.
You have to go with what you know.
If I get my act together and I can get my stuff done with enough time that I can
feel like you can afford.
I can afford to let it go. What I should do is something that's going to take a little more time, and then something that like another Mortal Kombat mask, and then I can spend a little more time on one thing and get something else done and stay on schedule. I just don't do that. Vesper 36. Wait, does Odin have kids? Well, yes. How do you want me to answer that? I suppose yes, but we've got a Bruno too. Yes, got 2. The oldest is, make sure you get the math right, 26, and the youngest is 24. So yeah. But they're not. Artman's asking me if the pattern is good enough, would I accept patterns from subscribers, or is that just a Patreon thing? So accept, like, am I going to take patterns from from subscribers? Yeah, you want to send me a pattern? Sure. I wouldn't say that that's an open invitation. I'm going to build every pattern I get. Typically, I try to decide what I'm going to build so I can kind of figure out what's going on. If the two happen to mesh up, happily align, I have no problems using patterns. Ooh, Roger Barrett was excited about how the government allowed me to reproduce. I did not say that. Odin, Cheese Ninja. Odin should upload a video on Halloween where the eye on that sword turns to look at the camera and then turns black.
Make it blink.
Make it blink. Blink. So one of the magazines that I read a lot before there was internet is called Cinefex Magazine. It was a trade magazine all about the special effects artisans that making movies, and the magazine was specifically about them and about the process. They might talk to the director or art directors and things like that, but it wasn't an interview with the stars type of magazine. And so I loved it because they actually had behind the scenes pictures and they actually had explanations of what's going on. They also had lots of adverts for very interesting things. And one of them was a random pack that would help simulate blinking and eye saccades and things like that. I think I said that right. For your animatronics without having to have an operator do it.
Oh.
So it would just kind of blink and just kind of move into little twitches to keep it alive, but it was randomized, so it didn't look like it was on a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes a big difference. So I don't want to get glue everywhere.
It's okay. Oh, these are the screw-on ones?
Yeah, those are for the rivets, not the grommets.
For the rivets. Right, but which rivets? The ones that screw in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the rivets that are in that box over there. You're in the wrong box.
I'm in the wrong box?
That box. That box, yeah.
Let me get some. I do not have thread lock, but I got two of these. Yeah, look, I'm trying to work. I got a whole other project to grab a hold of too. I'm still having fun, sort of, just chatting.
It's okay.
Glad you don't mind.
I'm over here playing with glue. Seeing if this will work.
Rodimus Prime's got a great question in the Discord. Hey, Odin, were you the troublemaker in your family or the well-behaved one? Time for my favorite answer again. Yes. I was an only child.
Let me go with the dogs.
Yeah. Okay. So what I've got going on is I've got some large threaded rivets I'm going to be adding. So these are hemispherical. Yeah, you can kind of see. You know, if I had like a zoom lens, world would be a lot nicer. It's this little silver dot in the center of the screen. If you're on mobile, it looks like a pixel. Exactly what he said.
You guys behaving? Being good? Yeah?
Yes, and who's telling me Loki is alive? Felix. Felix with the last name on Massacre is telling me Loki is alive. Yes, if you are talking about the show on Disney+. I am quite excited for it, and I have watched that trailer more than any other teaser trailer for the upcoming shows. I wonder if I want to put
What?
I wonder if I want to put a washer.
Yeah, washer
more.
probably would keep it from popping into the foam so much.
I wasn't so much worried about popping into the phone as popping out of the phone.
Well, that's kind of what I meant, but
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not seeing one.
I'm not seeing the washers on what down here. I'll walk over behind the camera. To the world, this is Toby's backside. Backside, say hello to the world.
Toby's chewing on the foam.
Toby's chewing on the foam?
He's eating your foam mat.
He's eating my foam mat. I thought I was the other guy eating my foam mat.
He's like, how dare you tell people I'm doing it?
I don't really care as long as he doesn't hurt himself.
Toby, all done.
Oh, hey. I would show a picture to everyone, but it's going to be out of focus. Look, this little white spot here. This is a picture that Nicole just sent me. It says, this is it so far. She's been designing a Batarang or a Batman grappling hook from Arkham Asylum for a little while. This is totally from scratch and wants to send me the file to 3D print. And this all came about back in like August. I mean, how long ago did we talk about this? Today, the 3D printing company, JG Maker, who sent me a double filament 3D printing machine to review,
Okay.
finally got in contact with me again, finally noticing that, hey, you said that one of the print heads was bent, because that was the whole thing. It's like, yeah, I can't do anything with this. It's bent. I can't print. It's going to dig the printing plate. They're going to send me a new print head. So
nice.
hopefully, maybe in January, I'll have that 3D printer that's able to do dual filament printing, and it's two separate, different heads. It's not, it's kind of neat. To me, it's neat. Hopefully that'll be working again. Although the grappling hook, the grappling gun, I could probably 3D print in the resin machine.
I do prefer resin machines over the plastic in the quality
Oh,
of the
absolutely.
print.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely. There's so much less to negligible cleanup.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like it's a much better outcome.
It is.
Of all the products that I've seen 3D printed, the resin one,
Actually delivers on what you thought you were going to get the first time.
bingo.
Yeah. Someone says I'm going to send $6,000. I don't know for what. I suppose I could look, but you know.
Right? Eventually.
Your dog is chewing on the foam. Yes, the dog is chewing on the corner of the foam mat that we're standing on. There's a piece over there for them to stand on too. Apparently, they feel like they own it now because it smells like them.
Yeah.
That happens. And it is the foam mat that originally she gave me. She was on a production that was doing Puppy Bowl. This was 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Time kind of mushes together. I think it was in
Yeah.
2017, to tell you the truth, but it could have been the
17? Okay.
18.
It was a Super Bowl commercial. They were calling it the Puppy Bowl. So she had picked up this flocked, heavy rubber foam mat that we're standing on to substitute for pavement for the puppies to run around on. Or was it AstroTurf?
It just needed to be a black flooring for the dogs to run around on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we ended up using duvetine.
Duvetine? Yes.
Duvetine instead.
It looks like duvet.
Yeah, it looks like a duvet. No. But yeah.
So I got the hand-me-downs for puppies. It's fine.
It's okay. The puppies are appreciating it, so at least there's that. Oh, that's much better with the washer.
I don't even think it's just super glued on there right now. I haven't even.
You haven't even like.
No, I put a drop of super glue into the stud to screw the screw into, and then missed, and it's just super glued in place. There it goes. Now I got stuff moving around. Oh, I'm making a big old mess. What do you see? I think the problem is the screw isn't coming through the foam enough, especially with the washer on it. Hello, could you come through the... I need the threads to come through the top.
Not behaving.
No. I mean, it was like to the point that it just wasn't doing it. It's not like there isn't enough room. There isn't enough thread. I really have to compress all the foam because we got the foam back and we got the foam chainmail. We
Yeah,
got the layer.
there's a lot of loft in there.
Yeah, which is fine, but because
You gotta squish the sandwich layers.
it's gonna get squished. But I was just I couldn't even get the threads to poke through the top hole so I could line it up with the hole. Nope, still missed. Well, this washer idea is
Sounded like a good idea?
sounds like a good idea if the bolts were 2 millimeters longer.
Okay, well, it looks like it's gonna hold.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go anywhere.
No.
Oops.
Yeah, it's been long enough. Watch the super glue set up, and I no longer have a threaded hole to go into. It's just full cyanacrylate, or however the heck you pronounce that word. Hey, look at us. We're crafting on the crafting live stream.
But what are we actually making? A mess.
Yeah, that was pretty much the first thing that came to mind. And very much what I should say.
So, I'm using the foam as an interfacing
Okay.
for the girdle. So, for our structure and support. Instead of doing boning or any other fancy corsetry,
Right.
we're using heavy duty foam.
You're using heavy duty foam. So this is the what the foam, the 2 millimeter heavy duty foam.
Yeah, this stuff is pretty.
So this is what we
Rigid.
painted black last week.
Yeah.
And you're just painting the red side. Oh no, this is just more of the red. The black is over here. That's right, because the black is for the back of the
Yeah, that will be seen. This won't be seen. This is going to be squished in between.
vinyl and person.
I was thinking of doing a lining
Oh.
just to make it look prettier,
Well,
but
that'd
it's
be
not
nice.
necessary. But I was considering it.
That's good.
Yes. How's that going?
It's going. It's blind.
Well, we were planning on using rivets to put the two pieces together. Are we going to need just some straight up screws at that point?
If we're planning on using these, put it together, yeah, I'm probably going to need to see if I've got screws that are this thread, which I probably don't because I bet they're metric. Because, you know, why would I ever plan ahead? I'll just go to the store. No, I want to forget about it in 30 minutes.
I don't know, we're in the middle of a pandemic and everything just is a little extra difficult to do in general when it comes to getting outside. Just saying, the trip to Walmart, that seems like, oh, I'm just going to run in and grab one thing, just ends up being crazy and you lose hope in humanity. I don't know. Okay, this is
Wow, I'm
curving
just
due to the
tearing it
glue
up.
only being on one side.
Oh, it'll flatten out a little
Yeah, we'll plan on squishing it, so there's that. Are you okay?
bit. It's super glued to my finger. That's foam.
Chewed it up pretty a lot.
Yeah, I've chewed it up a lot. It's like, this is really not...
We probably just glued a little.
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, we're gonna put Velcro there anyways. No, that's the lower.
I think I'm done.
I think you are done.
I think, once again, the stuff that I've tried to buy is millimeters short. and my idea of super glue isn't helping.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Wow.
Yeah, wow. There you go.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna put it over here so it dries.
Okay. Grommets! The Jackson says the mess is always more impressive than the prop that I'm making.
Tell me about it.
Right. Yes, we're making a mess with a side of props. Flame Dragoman's asking, what are you making Wednesday? A new video! It's still actually not finished. You know, why work ahead? So anyway, yeah. Godzilla Man 2000. Merry Christmas, Odin and Felicia. I'm really looking forward to the next part of the Mecha Godzilla cosplay series. Do you have an idea when that part is going to come out? Yes. The following Wednesday. No, so not this Wednesday, but the very last Wednesday of the month. She was already helping me. I'm going to be working on getting the neck done and parts of the upper body. So effectively building the tank top and the turtleneck. However, there's enough involved with doing that specifically, as well as these other little things coming up. Like, you know, I had a wedding anniversary, and now I'm going to have a whole Christmas thing coming up. What's going to happen with that video is I'm going to get as much done as I can, and the video's going to end. And then I'll have to come back and revisit wherever I'm at and continue with it. Like, there's some things I wanted to do and still want to do with Mechagodzilla. Like, I really want to add a mechanism that I can puppet the jaw, right? I made it so the jaw opens and closes. I put springs in it so it holds itself closed. All I got to do is put in a bit of a wire that you can pull on that'll just make it open, and then when you relax, it'll close. That's not that hard to do, but I don't know if that's something I want to fiddle with when I should spend my time completing an actual outside piece. And then same thing with the chest. On the chest of Mechagodzilla, there's a little door that opens up, and he does the Rocky Horror Picture Show lightning bolt coming out of it. Even though Mechagodzilla predates it by a year. I don't think I'm going to do much more than make the door right now. all the plastic bits and the Tesla coil or whatever, I don't remember what it's called right now because they didn't give it a name in the movie. That's probably not going to happen this next episode. That'll have to wait because, again, that's time, and I'd rather get spines done and get something I can wear. What do I want with Mechagodzilla? Everything. Artman going back to having patterns sent. If I don't have a problem with receiving patterns from viewers, how would I go about doing that? Well, I already forgot his name because I'm doing a radio voice. Artman 2019, art_man 2019. Depending on how you want to send the pattern, if you want to send it electronically, you can certainly send me a link through Instagram as a private message, and I'm just going to be Odin Makes on Instagram. You could send me an email at odin@odinmakes.com. Or if you really wanted to, if you were desperate to shove something in an envelope and use an archaic system that required licking paper that makes stamps to stick it and ship it through. Anyway, I have a P.O. box.
Do you remember what it is?
Yeah, it's P.O. Box 874, Orangeville, California, 95662. But I had an envelope.
That had it on it?
Yeah, so I was going to read it to make sure I didn't say it wrong. But it's 874. I was trying to look it up the other day and I couldn't find it. So where did I set that down? That's funny. I actually wanted to play with it on air.
You know, the one thing you were prepared?
The one thing I tried to be prepared for, yeah. What do you people got against being prepared? Name that movie. Where's the sugar? Huh. It'll pop up. It's not there because I didn't put it in the table. I'm very distracted now. What happened to my envelope? Anyway, so I have a P.O. box. Feel free, if you really want to send physical fan mail to P.O. Box 874. The Odin Makes P.O. Box 874, Orangevale, California. That's Orangevale, all one word. California 95662-0874. Where did my envelope go?
That really is bothering you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You know what? Watch me walk in and set it down in the other room. That's amazing. How could I lose it? Where did my envelope go? I even tried to set it down somewhere. It's like, yep, there it is. I'll be able to pick it back up again. It's orange. I mean, it's a manila envelope. It's not like hard to find. It's not the same color as everything else.
I have no idea what you're looking for.
It's all right. There's a.
Is it by the goodies?
Are there goodies? The goodies that. Vlad sent us last week. No, let's see them here. Huh. There's the chair. It's underneath the box.
You found it!
It's somebody buried it underneath the craft box. Found it. Fan mail. So, okay, this actually is a little older. This isn't new. I did get this earlier in the year. Is there a post date on here? Yeah, back in, look, on tax day, April 15th. So, that's when Dustin, I'll say that last name wrong. Denisi?
Denza.
Denzi?
Denzi?
Dustin Denzi. So Dustin sent me some stuff. What Dustin sent, and this is actually kind of cool. Yeah, because they're all the... He makes custom koozies. So these are the little koozies, right? These are the little, they go on to
The drinks.
your drinks to help keep your drinks cool. So I've got a few of these, and yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. So I've got very few of these, but that's just one of the I'm not trying to say everyone has to send me a custom whatever you want to send. You can send. Don't send anything if you don't want to send anything. But this was really pretty cool. That
we
this
like
is what
swag.
we like swag, and it was cool that this is what he wanted to send. So if you're watching Dustin on air, again, thank you very much. These are very cool.
Okay, Bruno, I gotta get back to making stuff. I can't do that and hold you. All right, you gonna be good?
What does good mean?
Not whining.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
That's what.
I'm not helping today. Let's see. I didn't get the grommets. The rivets, the screws too short.
Oh, I fixed it.
Anything else you need me to screw up today?
Well, we do need to glue that to that.
Okay, I can mess that up.
All right.
The Jack Smith. Oh boy, here we go. Here is a dark, deep hole that we could all fall into forever if we really honestly wanted to play this game. The Jack Smith. Odin makes. I'm going to try and guess the prop for Wednesday's video. Is it going to be Hela's headgear from Thor Ragnarok? Because it looks reindeer antlers and it's almost Christmas.
Ooh. No. Yes, actually.
Yes, it is almost Christmas. No, I haven't made Hela's helmet yet. I've seen a few that have been made, and I've seen some incredibly impressive ones that have been made. But yeah, no, that's not what I'm doing on Wednesday. But it is almost as timely as that, but it isn't something that's annual. Vesper and Thomas are going back and forth. What did Vesper say? Oh, Waynard! Trevor's! Adam got the quote I threw out. Thank you, Waynard. Of course, you know it, but yeah. You put up with me a lot. Lord Khan, Odin, did you manage to find the missing pieces from last week? No! We were going to keep that secret, so don't tell anyone. No! I don't know where the hell that went. How about Luke's lightsaber hilt? Nope. Thomas Utsi. Okay, so I get this as a request, and this one's interesting. How about Michael Myers' mask from 1978?
William Shatner painted white?
It's exactly what it is, yeah. William Shatner painted white with the eyes cut a little bit bigger. That is one of those things where, okay, to make it just to make it because you want to make it is one thing, and kind of what my show is all about, right? That is something that I could get for 10, 15 bucks. I couldn't make it that cheap. My time is worth more than that. Which isn't to say that it isn't worthwhile doing, but I don't. That's not high on my list. Yeah.
It's not really pushing any new techniques forward. It's not really having.
Right. And yeah, it's not pushing new techniques forward. It's not really, aside from refining my mediocre sculpting abilities, it's not even pushing any of that forward. It's
a little unimaginative for you.
It doesn't catch my fancy. Yeah.
So there you go.
go.
Maybe if there's like a new something fun to make it more exciting one day.
Right. But I get it. I like the Halloween movies. I love the 1978 Halloween movie, and totally. And the Shape is a great character, and not bad mouthing any of that. But as far as making a mask versus easily getting a mass-produced mask, which is all it was supposed to be anyway. Yeah. I don't want to do the Season of the War Witch masks. That's not all that exciting either. Now, I've got a friend that's his favorite Halloween movie, which is interesting, but, okay.
Teach their own.
Teach their own.
I like Double Trouble. Ashley Olsen twins from the 1990s.
Oh, okay. I was like, Double Trouble. Vesper's trying to apologize. I didn't think you guys were fighting. I was teasing about fighting. They're just someone saying don't promote other YouTubers in the chat. Don't spam other YouTubers in the chat. But if you guys want to talk about Punished Props or Evil Ted or William Shakespeare or Vsauce or Adam Savage or anybody else I can't think of because I'm just listing off the people I watch. Whatever, as long as it's civil. I like to draw stuff. Have you watched it? I don't know if I'm part of this conversation. They're talking to each other's. Do I remember Jingle all the way with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yes, I do, Flame Dragon Man. But I don't remember the name of the toy. I know somebody who's got one.
Is it like some kind of action
It was like
man?
it was Action Man or Turbo Man or
I don't remember, but I remember the
Turbo
movie.
Squid. I don't know. Yeah.
Generic superhero.
Generic red superhero toy. Yeah.
Because that's what matters. I'm doing this so wrong. Oh.
And Godzilla Man says, I didn't like 3 at all. It had nothing to do with Michael Myers. Right. No, it didn't. It was totally its own thing. It was interesting. But yeah, I don't think I've seen it since I saw it on video the first time, back when it came out on video.
Painted the wrong side.
Turbo Man, you should make the helmet. Hey, I think I got the name right. Didn't I say Turbo Man? I was guessing, but...
But yeah, generic super...
Generic super, yeah. Crafty Narwhal, as well as somebody else. Oh, no, it's double here. I should make a Proton Pack from Ghostbusters.
We've talked about that before.
We've talked about that before.
'Cause
I've got parts started.
I've built one before.
Yeah, you
the
built them.
costume shop, but
Yeah.
they're a crazy build.
Very crazy build. I would be interested in building a Proton Pack that was to scale to the original props, not the 3/4 scale that Spirit has. Not knocking the Spirit ones, because those are freaking awesome for a mass-produced prop.
But you want to do your own.
But I want to do my own. And the fact that I've got reference pictures of a blank pulled from one of the molds that I can use for measurements.
Fancy.
Yeah, that was... So I have that. I've got an Alice pack, a period, military surplus Alice pack. I think I got 2.
That's what we used, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Yeah.
That's what you should use if you wanted to be. And I've even recently, from a weird electronic surplus place, bought a flashing circuit for doing the blue lights, because there's the blue lights that do the thing up the side. Not the cyclotron that just kind of sparkles, but it's got like the blue thing. Anyway, I got a
I'd have to
inexpensive
see
circuit
reference
to do that.
photos to remember all of the bits and bobs, because
Okay.
yes, there's a lot of bits.
There's a lot of bits and bobs. I was just talking to...
But I can tell you've been thinking about the bits and bobs.
Yeah, well, it was a conversation I just had with... It was Halloween, and oh, I'm so tired. I can't remember. It's a local cosplayer. He's always doing like old Luke, and he cosplays as Odin. So yeah, I talked to him, and oh, now I feel bad because I'm going to forget his name, and if he's watching, he'll be hurt. But
So you're thinking of him.
yeah, but we were talking about the details on the Proton Pack. He sent me one that somebody wanted to sell that was like $700, and I looked at it and went, well, it's made from Tupperware.
Pretty much.
And so like, eh. Was it Captain Turbo? Quiet 1610. You make mini props from 10mm layers of foam. Do I make block props from foam blocks, or is that harder? I just don't have that many foam blocks.
It's kind of more expensive to buy the foam in blocks versus just using some other filler to get the shape and then...
Yeah, exactly. I've managed to find 2 different sets of yoga blocks at thrift stores for, what I'm willing to pay for them. I've got one set still on the shelf waiting to be used. The other set I did use for something. This is a pair of yoga blocks. So yeah, I have used foam blocks, and I'm not opposed to using foam blocks again. It's just not... I haven't picked this thing up in a while. It's been very COVID ignored. So I actually carry this around at cons a lot because it's easy. Blocks, because I haven't really done anything that I can think of that I kind of needed blocks for. Now the one exception to this is Harbor Freight Tools now sells a fairly dense kneeling pad that's 54 millimeters thick. It's like 1 inch and 5/8. It's like $6 on sale. And so I've cut that up for a couple of different things. And that's kind of worked, but it's still not yoga blocks. Yoga blocks are still considerably thicker. Anyway.
Yes.
There. Jonathan Maxwell says he made a Mjolnir completely from wood.
Nice. But you could actually hammer with that one, I bet.
The wood one? Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah.
You can't with mine.
No. Maybe
You
smash
could
some
with
cans.
those Fisher Price toys where it's just like the busy wood bench and you flip it over and you hammer it again.
More of a weapon. We've decided that none of your weapons would be appropriate in a zombie apocalypse.
Not really, no.
There's not one here that would be any use.
No, not really. The best use for any of them would be if any of the longer ones, just try and poke them away. But
Yeah,
even
just stay
then,
back. They would just.
They're not really going to work for anybody that's got, no chill, that's got determination.
Yeah, no, none of your props would work for real weaponry.
A completely solid Mjolnir made from osmium. Nope, not remembering what osmium is.
Isn't that what they made Captain America's new shield out of?
The new one?
Like they got it in Wakanda? Am I just making things up?
No. You're trying. Because Wakanda is all about vibranium, right? I think I'm saying that right. In the comics, it's adamantium, but that's a mutant thing. So Fox had the rights for it, so they had to change it for the movies. Osmium. That's not Oscorp, is it? If it is, then technically it's Sony. I don't know.
Osmium is the densest metal that exists
Oh, it's actually real.
in real life.
Wow. All right. Yeah, sure. Why don't you do that?
It might come out a little dense.
It might be a little dense. Hey, John Del Pino Morgan is asking, would you ever make Fallout props?
On occasion, maybe.
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 Not opposed to it.
No. We've made a vault suit. I've made 2 different rocket-propelled sledgehammers. I've made 3 different Pip-Boys. Well, sort of. I shouldn't say that. I've had 3 different Pip-Boys in the channel. I've made 2 and Joe repainted one. That's a more accurate answer. I made a buzzsaw bat. And I've made a couple of scientist rad meters. So, yes.
Look at the videos.
Yeah. Nathan Boyer is being very nice, saying the best filmmaker ever. I'm not helping, huh? I'm just talking still.
That's okay. People. I'm not talking to anybody.
All right.
I'm just gluing myself to the table.
Okay. AFG 122602. 122602. In which case, happy birthday. Early. Odin, do you have problems with Plaid FX paints with the lid seal sticking and tearing? Yes. And I saw that problem happening the very first time I opened up the paints, because you open them up and, like everything anymore since the wonderful Tylenol scare in the 80s, has the sealed for your protection. In fact, the first batch actually said sealed for your protection. They're all just foiled
I feel
now.
much safer and better with that, honestly.
Yes, on your paint?
Well, products in general.
Products in general, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough, okay.
I'm not opposed to having sealed paints, but yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. See it being annoying. Anyways.
No,
go
it's
on.
okay. Anyway, I pulled that, which it's just better for shelf life too. I mean, it is better, but it's just, anyway. I remember the whole Tylenol thing. It was there, not directly personally. Yes, as soon as I opened up the lid and I saw that it had that little cardboard wafer disc on the inside, I opened up, looked at that, and went, "Oh yeah, that's ruined," and it didn't even have paint on it yet. So the 2 different things that I try to do, one is I don't shake the paints if I can. Sometimes I still do because that's a habit.
That's a big habit to break.
That's a big habit to break, because as soon as you do this, the lid shot. was a couple of my first ones. I actually cut some EVA foam discs to put in instead, because I did that to one of my big tubs of Mod Podge, one of the first big tubs I bought. And knowing I wasn't going to get through it, I threw away the cardboard disc and cut an orange EVA foam disc. And it was actually still good until we finally used it up this year. At this point, I just toss them. Yeah. Yes, they tear. They stick, they tear. They're goofy. It is unfortunate that that's what they come with, but from a manufacturing point of view, that does make the most sense. I get it. So it's what it is.
It's a container. At least
It's
the
a
paints
container.
work.
The paints are great, yeah. The
Packaging needs just a bit of work.
yeah, it'd be nice. But no, the darker colors cover great. The lighter colors can take up to 5 coats. But that's just sometimes the nature of some of those things.
Yeah, that's why I like to use like a titanium white as a base coat, so that
Right.
it's just,
White.
yeah,
Yeah.
to give a little layer between the dark colors.
John Talpino Morgan, we weren't trying to bag on you that bad. He just says, oh, my bad, laugh out loud. So he's asking about the Fallout props. I'm going to use the he pronoun with John. I'll be okay with that. It's all good. Well, they're teasing each other in some way that I'm not familiar here. Oh, sweet. Dan does junk. If weather permits, he's going to have his second Gundam build video out next week.
Nice.
That's very cool. I remember seeing your helmet, and when you were telling me that was like one of your first things you did, that was impressive. I was impressed.
I love how it's really weather does make a big difference. You can't paint, you can't go outside.
Can't go outside. You can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's
So,
gonna
Good
dry.
luck.
Right.
Hope the weather's in your favor.
May the weather always be in your favor.
There you go.
Of course, that's not really adequate, right? Because I mean, it could be if your favor is to have it rain, so stuff can grow.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to read this verbatim because just the way I want to be. David Oceanek is asking Odin, how about making Skeletor Ramstaff from He-Man and the Master of the Universe? I've looked at Skeletor's staff a couple of times, and yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
It's on the list.
It's on the list. Actually, it really is. I've got a Google Doc with a bunch of things on it, and that is actually literally on the list. Family Davis, could you make some Star Wars lawn ornaments? Are you fishing? Yes, I saw Jake's new video. Yes, I commented on Jake's new video. Yes, I liked Jake's new video. He made a classic TIE Fighter lawn ornament. It was 6 foot tall. He made it like 1/15th scale, some huge thing. He got a hold of a globe and used that for the center of the TIE Fighter and did the whole thing.
I love giant
pretty
props,
cool.
but where do you put them?
That's literally what he said at the end of the video. But for right now, it's outside getting snow on it because it's a lawn ornament in Christmas. But also he made a video out of it, so
Yeah, well, there's that.
yeah. But that was fun. I actually watched that this morning. Oh, Lord Khan's reminding me, Odin, I think it's time for the 1 hour report. Oh,
Is it?
so it is. Yes, it is. It's 5 past 1.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, it's the 1 hour report. Okay, so I was playing around with this and now I'm getting called out about, hey, remember to do this. It's the top of the hour, and you're watching the Odin Makes live stream. Hello, for those of you who are just now joining us. My name is Odin Abbott. I've got a YouTube channel called Odin Makes. It happens to be right where you're at right now. Today, I've got a friend in the shop with me, as I do every Monday, and my friend is Felicia.
Hi, how are you guys doing? I'm back again.
Back again, and she's helping me with, actually, she's doing all the work today. We're doing a Witcher build. This is going to be the vanilla, the base starting armor for the Witcher 3. This is the the girl armor.
So any pictures of the Witcher that you see for Witcher 3, it's what he's wearing in all of the promotional materials.
Yeah, pretty much all of it. And all this came about because Ben Eady sent me some of his foam chainmail. And we had a package, and she loved it because she had seen it untested. And I was quite excited about it when Ben wanted to send me some. But the first thought was, oh, we can make a whole shirt. No, there's not quite enough in one package to do a whole shirt. So then we talked about what can we do with a package? Witcher. Yeah. And so thank you, Ben Eady, for sparking this. And the other big thing with this particular project, almost 100%, not quite. Although no, it is, because the piece I worked on that wasn't on screen is now lost. Everything has been made during the live stream. We haven't been doing anything really off camera. Haven't been spending any extra time on it. 100% of the crafting has been on camera with you guys, with the live audience, while we do our best to interact and talk to you and
You've
at
seen
each other.
all our mistakes.
Yep. Grommets, rivets, misplacing of stuff.
Yeah, all of them.
Didn't I miscut something? I think I got miscut a little while ago. I don't remember.
Oh, I recut the vinyl because I just wanted it all to match.
All right, that's good. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, it's all been all live.
All live.
All live.
All right here, right now,
Yeah.
with you guys. And we're going to be back again next Monday. Not that we're leaving right now. We have another hour to go. But we're going to be back again next Monday doing more of this when we are creeping up on what's going to be the first final episode of The Witcher build. But that's not this week. But don't worry, when The Witcher is finished, we'll find something new to do. Because for the time being, Felicia has Mondays off.
Yes, isn't that great?
And it is for me. And I appreciate that you said that you wanted to do some streaming and really kicked us into high gear and made it start happening. And I appreciate that for months now, you've been coming out here every single week. You haven't missed a week.
I haven't, have I?
No, you haven't. You almost did for good reason. You're going to go on a date with your husband to a cabin, but
I did go.
You did go. You did go on that Monday. Yeah.
Tuesday.
Right. Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday.
Yes.
Anyways, but I've been enjoying myself, so
Good.
thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you guys wanted to see what I was doing, let's do camera 4.
Yes. Okay.
Camera 4, this is kind of what's going on here. This is the little vinyl pieces all sewn together with the, which millimeter? The
This
thin,
is a
the
2
red
millimeter. 2 millimeters, the thin red one.
So,
Thin red line. No,
so now
not
we
that.
have each side of our girdle that's going to have the chainmail on it.
Oh, okay.
And the chainmail's going to go in the center on this one. Actually, I think it goes this way. But anyways, there's going to be an hourglass when it's
Right. You
comes
got all
out.
the pieces.
Yeah.
You got all 4 parts made, looks like.
Yeah, I do. And then this needs to be glued on and painted. And then we're going to be able to squish it this way, sew it, and flip it out. Because in the game armor, it's right to the edge.
Yes.
It looks like they sewed it right into it. Like, I could see them taking a needle,
And just
going through the leather layers, and going through the chainmail itself. Like,
Yeah.
if they were to make it physically for real life.
right.
I could see that happening. But thank goodness, this is so easy to sew through. We already figured that one out.
Right.
But we have to glue it first. But
Okay.
this is what we got so far. We have the side seams.
Got the side seams, which this in itself is 16 pieces that have been sewn together, glued together in order to make 4 pieces.
Yes, and then there's still going to be a back.
And so, that's right. You're still going to line them. Yeah.
Yeah, as just once it's
As-
all kind of sewn together, I'll get the whole shape and make it one piece as opposed to all the
Okay.
individual pieces. Because
Oh,
who
that's
needs
good.
that much work?
Yes.
Here we'll go back to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were just on the close up of.
Right. Of the stuff.
But I guess we should actually get the chainmail attached to the girdle.
Okay.
Glue
Glue.
and what else do we need? Oh, the
Um,
pins. I use the pins to kind of pin it.
right. Pins is good, and I will get some paper because. Now, did we glue the entire backs, or did we didn't just glue the perimeter? We're gluing the entire back, right?
When we did this, we glued the entire back.
Okay.
We don't necessarily have to.
No, I don't mind. I just wanted to make sure it was kind of the same consistency,
Yeah, no.
even if my
And then we have to
consistency
make
is
sure
being
that it goes
inconsistent.
this way.
That's almost the right size for you for the girl.
I know. That's why we're doing a mouse size large, because feel like that's more general people say.
Probably should get them all at once, so I'm not forcing you to stand off to one side. Here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, still not going to open up all the way, is it? Because this is kind of... Do I need to... It'll stretch still a little bit.
That's what the pins are for, so I figure last time when we did it, I just kind of stabbed it into the thing around the edges.
And then pulled it to...
I pulled and pinned and
Okay.
stuck it, so these were helping me force it.
With as well as I handled rivets, I'm totally going to let you do that.
Okay. I will gladly do that part, so I know it's done right.
Yes. Because I am on your left.
Apparently, it's 3 a.m. in India, and they're still watching this, so...
Wow.
Good morning!
Good morning.
Yes, go to bed. Get some sleep. Okay, let's
All right.
see.
I am being distracted, but it is...
That's okay, I'll get the... So we painted the Plat Effects paint on this. Yeah.
So, Gary, this is Skyland's father, who just texted me, and all it says is, dude, with 4 exclamation points. Yes? What up? Live stream. I bet he's excited about the final episode of The Mandalorian. And if anybody has the missing chainmail, it might be that guy.
Really?
Yep. When Skyland was here, they brought a whole tub of crafty stuff. And so Skyland and I worked on the My Hero Academia build. Jared worked on... Oh, what's his name? The Marshal that had Boba Fett's armor that's not Boba Fett from the first episode of the second season of Mandalorian. Chris Oliphant or whatever. Anyway, that. And then Gary's working on Heavy Mando.
Okay. So, in all of that confusion, it probably just got...
It might have gotten stuffed into their craft bin and PT Cruiser that back down to somewhere
Not a big
else.
deal. It's fun watching, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yes.
You know, I was optimistic that we'd get this done through the end of the year, but...
You were. But you know what? I can almost guarantee, with whatever level of guarantee you want, because outside of sabotage, we will have this finished before the end of next year. Is that okay? Now, if sabotage comes into play, then that's not so much fun. I mean,
No,
it is, but
yeah, but... Okay. It's getting there. We'll
It's
be there
getting there.
eventually.
it's winter. The ventilation isn't the same. That's why I've been wearing. People have actually noticed I've been wearing the masks more on my videos. Yeah, I can smell the glue today.
Oh. I'm a little nose blind to it.
Yeah, I am a little too, but I'm holding my head over it.
Yes. This is going to be fine having the layer of the paint between the foam and the
Oops. Don't
chainmail
curl
and
and
everything.
stick.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, Dick.
Do you need pins?
Technically. But I don't have anything to pin them to unless you're going to really force them into the wood table, which you probably could. Table's as old as I am. I'm sure you could put pins in it pretty easily.
Well, what I tend to do is use a little bit of a longer pin if it's curling, and then I just give it the support it needs to go straight
Okay.
by doing that. But the ruler works better.
Gotcha. Well, let's grab another ruler or golf club or something.
Oh, right here. I have it.
You got one? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Go for it.
There you go.
Naphtha will take anything off of it. So.
There you go.
All right, good.
Now, I'll paint this side.
All good. I read your text on air, so everyone knows. Smiley face. Gary's just like, oh, it can wait. I think he wants to talk about the Mandalorian. Harry Heeman, what up with Godzilla? Okay, so what up with Mechagodzilla? Starting probably tomorrow, I'm going to start working on the neck and chest for Mechagodzilla again to have a update video for the last Wednesday of the month in December. I actually wanted to do that for this week, but you know the holidays are here, and I had a wedding anniversary, and I'm having so it's a pandemic, but for some reason everybody wants to visit, so it's interesting. I'm getting lots of distractions.
Okay. Stay safe, though.
Yes. Duncan Woodmancy to the rescue, saying Cobb Vanth. That's it. Cobb. That was the guy from the first episode, the one wearing Boba
That
Fett
was the
armor.
costume?
That was the costume. And if anybody could, yes, thank you, Duncan. I appreciate that a lot. And hello to you. I haven't talked to you in a little while.
Is that Duncan I know?
That is the Duncan you know.
Hi, Duncan.
Hey, that is the Duncan in Taiwan.
Well, hi in Taiwan. What time is it there?
I don't know, Duncan, what time is it there? It's that's the 22nd, isn't it? In Taiwan at this point.
Yeah. Tuesday at noon. No.
I just answered that. Mason's Music. How long until I continue the Godzilla suit? Next week. I will have a Godzilla build every single month. With the Gundam build, we up front said it'll always be the last Wednesday of the month. Two times out of the however many episodes, right? Only two. That ran into problems with getting advertisers or getting it done around something else. So with Godzilla, I was going to try to be a little more flexible and just get one done a month, wherever it happens to fall. That does mean that there could be a longer break, like there has been, in between episodes. So it's still December. I still owe you guys a couple of December videos. Trust me, I know I owe you guys December videos. I've got a plan for this Wednesday. It's not Godzilla. And then I got a plan for the last Wednesday. That is Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Godzilla. Godzilla.
Yeah.
John Dino Pino Morgan is saying I'm playing Fallout right now. That's why I want to know how to make the Pip-Boy. I've made two different Pip-Boys. If you look on DIY Prop Shop, I made one out of foam core, which is high-tech cardboard. And then on my own channel, I made another one using an adhesive-backed foam called Strong-Back Foam. And last I checked, it was still holding up just fine, which is really pretty cool because a lot of the adhesive-backed foams don't stay stuck.
The glues aren't necessarily as permanent as you'd want them to be.
Yeah, they're not. But the Strongback is actually made by a company that used to make replacement pads for random orbit sanders because the actual pad is basically a high-density EVA foam.
Okay.
And so the adhesive on that, yeah.
So they have a decent adhesive.
They have a decent adhesive. And
It makes a difference.
And it wasn't that, it's not prohibitively expensive to get a bunch of squares of it from Amazon, which is nice.
Yay.
Because they sent me a big care package at first, of course. I've still got some.
But that's
I've
always hard
ordered
to
some
order.
since.
Like if you don't know what you're getting, it's
Right.
hard to order it off Amazon because it's like, oh yeah, it sounds like it's what I want, but unless you actually know the company, know the brand, and know what
Right.
you're getting, what the heck are you?
What are you actually getting? And as I say all this, boy, I hope Strongback Foam is still around and they're still selling their stuff because I should order some more. That was some pretty good stuff.
Yes. Oh, and then you also had the Pip-Boy that you did out of the Party City plastic one.
Right. There's the Party City plastic one, which, yeah.
Joe went through and just
Joe went
made
through
it all
and
pretty.
obsessively repainted. That thing's amazing.
It does look amazing. Like if you look at it, it has all the details.
It's the only Pip-Boy. Sorry, I didn't share the dust with you guys. It's the only Pip-Boy I've got in the shop. The one that I made from foam core is upstairs in a cabinet, and the other one Quicksilver Babe's got. But so this is the only one. This is the one that Joe repainted, which once again is tiny because my focal point is small. But Joe is a Gundam modeler, has been forever. So high accuracy, large amounts of detail.
And then what I can appreciate is if you look at the little, you can't even see it, but there's words here.
Right.
That he went through the effort to make sure that they were yellow.
Right.
Like, who does that? Anyways, appreciate that level of detail.
Yes, he made his own custom-made water slide decals to do that. Yeah. Of course, it's supposed to be this, right? Anyway.
Yeah, because if you can cover it with your thumb, then you're far enough away to survive.
That's the theory, but no one can nail down where that came from, because it doesn't appear to be a civil service duck and cover type of a saying. It seems to be from something else. Yeah.
Yay, post-Cold War.
Yay! Duncan says, "Hi, Felicia. It's 5 a.m. in Taiwan on the 22nd, and I'm going back to bed." Well, thank you for popping in, Duncan. It's great talking to you. Good night.
Yes, I wake up at 5 a.m. on most mornings,
Yeah.
but not on Mondays.
I fell asleep in front of the computer this morning at 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sucks to sleep in a computer chair.
Yeah. Oh, Toby and Bruno are sad that they're not on camera. They're just
Oh.
sitting there whining.
The crafty narwhal. Odin is someone I've looked up for so long. Oh, okay. Looked up to. Okay, now I'm seeing the whole thing. Pardon me. Hey, I can read. Crafty narwhal, thank you. Yes, I will be reading your comments and thank you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the interaction. I'm reading. Hi, James Allen. He just says hi, Odin. Mason's Music. Can you do a one-day build making Wolverine claws? So a one-day build, is that an Adam Savage thing, or is that just... I probably could. I've talked about it. Another thing that's on the list, as well as just making like the Wolverine John Byrne mask, which actually was going to be my second build from Strongback Foam. It just didn't happen. Making the claws, yeah. If I was to make them from scratch and not make them out of aluminum. So aluminum, because it's lightweight and you can work with aluminum for the most part with woodworking tools, would be my first metal choice for making Wolverine claws. You'd never get to take them to a con. So in effect, why bother? I mean, not quite. There's other reasons to do it. But if you're going to do the costume and go somewhere with other people in costume, you don't want to be forced to leave your stuff in the car.
Right? Especially it's like, what are you now?
What do you know? I'm a biker guy with mutton chops. Right.
Sometimes the props really make the costume.
Sometimes the props make a costume, definitely. Now, of course, he's also got his bone claws. But going back to the metal claws, I would probably do it out of Sintra because...
That's pretty sturdy.
It's pretty sturdy. It'll hold its shape. It's flexible enough that I'm pretty sure it would pass the safety inspection.
I think you can make it look sharp too.
Yeah, you can make it look pretty sharp.
Yeah.
The Bifrost is all Sintra. That's the long sword. It's Heimdall's sword.
Yeah.
And Odin's spear is the Mjolnir is all Sintra as well. So I would probably do Wolverine's claws out of Sintra.
Yeah.
Or 3D print them. Because that is something I would not be opposed to
There you
3D printing. There's a lot of things I would rather make because I think it'd be fun to make, just because I like to make.
Yeah.
But there's things that you may as well 3D print it. Like you may as well buy a Michael Myers mask. You may as well 3D print the noisy cricket.
Yeah, but I don't 3D print things, so I'm still a little like, don't think that direction yet.
Okay.
Even though...
There's printers here.
No, I know, and I've like come with you going, hey, we should 3D print this, and then by the time we get to it, nah.
All right.
I already made it, Lil.
We could 3D print it on a live stream, but wouldn't finish in time unless it was like something really janky and tiny. Hey, look, we printed a cube. Anyway.
Well, we do need the necklace for this build.
We do need the necklace for this build.
You think
That's
it's
gonna
dry
happen.
enough?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I toured it.
Dude, I'm telling.
Tell Felicia she'll get pissed.
I don't know how I'm doing this yet, so.
Okay.
How much is it gonna curl? Yeah, it's gonna curl.
It's gonna curl. You want to leave the rulers on and peel them out later?
I wanted to start at the top and work my way this
Oh, okay.
way, not so much side to side.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I feel like the vertical lines are more important. But if I get it, flip it, and then use the paper and just kind of pull it down that way.
Yeah. I've often found that if I use smaller pieces of paper, there's less friction to fight with for when I'm removing it from between the glues. Now, if I actually bothered to buy like wax paper or parchment paper, that'd probably be a different story. But the painter's paper?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
If that's what you're talking about.
I,
Oh, no, I see. You're no.
I just wanted to start at the top and then
This is a great idea.
work ways.
So you folded the edge over so you could line your edges up, and you got the paper to keep the two levels of contact cement from sticking to each other,
Yeah.
which is smart.
And then I figured I could just get them over there. So then let's do the next row.
Right. Well, this is pretty much going to be a row at a time, isn't it?
Right? Well, because the edges are a little wider than the middle part, and so it's
Oh, it's a little bit hourglass?
an hourglass because
Oh, I
he
see
has
it.
an
Okay.
hourglass. So then you get the edges on just a little bit, and then we pull it down more.
So I'm just pulling to go to the edge, kind of?
Yeah. Pulling out the middle, so I can put that part down.
Okay. No, don't stick to yourself. I'm trying to just do the edge in case you've got...
Yeah, no, I see what
plan.
you're doing. I'm just going slow.
Okay.
Figured that side, then this side, then that side, then this
Okay.
side. See that? Then get the middle in between. So now we're getting to the narrow part and you don't have to pull as much.
Yeah.
We're still straight. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Am I too much this way? No, we're good.
I don't know. I'm just trying to mostly keep them round. I got a couple that are a little more Cheerio. And then, I think I am getting ahead of you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are on an angle, aren't we?
Here, dog, have some paper.
I'm ahead of you by a lot.
Right.
Do you need it?
No, I'm just probably obsessing on the wrong thing.
Here, get that side stuck and then we can pull it this way.
Yeah, my fingers here. Like that?
Yeah, just want to move that down and then flatten it.
It's fine.
Squish it. like your rolling pin. There you go.
And I'm not crushing it to death. I'm just kind of rolling it over it.
Well, crushing it's going to be fine because if you crush this, it makes it look like a pounded chainmail. You know, like a hammered chainmail.
Okay.
So, I'm not opposed to it.
Crushing the mail. Crushing the mail. Crushing the mail. Crushing the mail.
Oh, now Toby and Bruno are fighting on our paper that fell over.
Submit. No. Finish him. Okay, we'll stop.
Oh, that.
Hey, look at this. Starius Prime says, "Hey, gang," and fires off. Oh, a happy birthday cake to somebody's birthday. Wolf Rider. Ah, happy birthday, Wolf Rider.
Happy birthday.
And there's a cake here for Starius Prime. I'm sure it's a lie.
The cake is alive.
Spin a little bit. Let's try and make my new phone wake up. There it goes. Come on. Oh, this is awesome. Jerry Props has got a... The picture's too small to show it to the camera, but Jerry's got a picture of a
The
young...
cutest ever model.
The cutest ever model, a very, very young Thor wearing a familiar-looking Ragnarok helmet. Thor starting a bit young. Wakanda has always been vibranium, even in the comics. I'm outside of this one here.
When we were talking about what...
Right, but I don't think we were talking about vibranium where it came from specifically, just what stuff was made from. So
Well,
I'm
I
pretty
had
sure...
mentioned I thought it was from Wakanda.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah. Anyways, which paints did we use to make this silver versus?
I think we used Doomsday from Plat Effects.
Doomsday?
That's the darker silver. I'm pretty sure is what we used to dry brush it with. I don't think we used the bright silver, which is actually called chainmail. I don't think we used that one. I thought we used the Doomsday, didn't we? Odin makes, what is your favorite drink? That varies. Cold and carbonated generally is my favorite drink. This is the newest question from Rodimus, who always wants to ask me food questions, like what's my favorite cheese? We roughly touched on that briefly, maybe it was pre-show. That it depends on what you're feeling like. Are we talking about pizza? Are we talking about just putting on a cracker?
I have opinions on nacho cheeses, so I'm just saying.
Well, that's fair.
I don't know where the Plat Effects comes
Okay. I know where Dog Paw is.
from. Oh, it's Toby. Hi, Toby. You wanna go say hi to people? You do? Come here. Come here. Say no. Okay, he doesn't. But you can see him on camera for. Right here. Hi, Toby. You wanna say hi? Bruno. Okay. All right. Let's see what people say.
I did get the names wrong.
Have you ever done voiceover trailers? Because you should.
I have not, but thank you. In a world where paint sticks to foam.
Oh, you found the right paints.
So it's not Doomsday. I got the name wrong. This is actually Samurai Sword. Doomsday must be a different one. It might just be the basic gray.
Oh, okay.
But the light silver is called chainmail. But I'm pretty sure we used Samurai Sword.
All right, which paintbrush do you want? I'm gonna let you paint it.
You gotta let me paint it. Okay, I'll take one of the white flat ones. That's my boy. That's Jerry's boy.
Do you need a painting stuff, or are you gonna paint from the?
I can paint from the jar. I just want this napkin. Well, I'm gonna do a paper towel. Somebody need to go outside?
They can wait. Well, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. I think they just want attention, honestly.
Bruce Marvel 88. Good indication what his choice is going into what his question. Odin, Felicia, Marvel or DC?
I think I'm more DC, but
Okay.
I don't hate Marvel. Like, I like them both.
Yeah, no, I like them both too.
Yeah.
This is the right color, isn't it?
Well, let's see. It is all just kind of. Yeah.
Bruce Marvel 88. I worked at a comic shop in the late 80s, early 90s, and I actually enjoyed reading the Marvel superheroes more, but the non-superhero stories that DC put out were definitely superior comics. You know, this is the Vertigo comics. This is some of the Elseworlds comics. Sandman, which is Vertigo. Those were great. I loved Swamp Thing. Transmetropolitan. When are we gonna get a Transmetropolitan movie? Those were some great books. But oddly enough, for the superhero stories, I preferred Marvel. I don't know. I have nothing against the heroes. I see the movies. For the longest time, DC was movie king. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
And then Marvel took over.
And then Marvel took over.
Alright. Did you want this reference?
No.
Okay.
So still trying to ask what favorite drink. Mood strikes. Yes, I love beer because mass quantity, cold and carbonated. I like iced tea actually a lot because it's a 0 calorie kind of a clean drink, if that makes any sense. It's not, but it is. Yeah.
I like root beer.
Yeah, root beer.
That's my favorite soda. But
A soda I got recently.
Hydro Homie. I like water.
Yeah,
That's my go-to.
I drink a lot of water. I can do Hydro Homie.
There you go.
I go to Indian grocery stores often to get Thumbs Up, which is a Coca-Cola product that is brewed in India. And it's kind of like if you had some mild India food spices added to your Coca-Cola, it's kind of what it tastes like. It's really good. I first had it at World of Coke in Atlanta and was thrilled when I was able to find it locally. Because that one, and there was a pine nut soda for South Africa that was really good. Those are the two out of the World of Coke things they had that were definitely my favorites, and the ones that if I could get, I would just get.
Huh. My brother's been to that, and he mentioned something, but I didn't. That sounds interesting to try all the flavors.
Yeah. You went into an area, it had 7 fountains set up in different, kind of very Wonka, right? It had it was just a round thing with a bunch of soda fountains, and they were all the regional drinks that Coke provides for those continents. So.
Sounds like a fun factory tour.
Yeah.
Been on the Jelly Belly factory a few times. Should go to that one.
I've done that one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's actually in my
Root
time
beer.
zone.
What brand, Felicia? I like mug root beer. That's like with the second to being the barge or whatever.
bark?
Bark root beer is
Yep.
my second favorite, but I like the mug.
I like Henry Weinhardt's root beer. I like some of the craft root beers. I've actually bought a keg, it was like a half keg of Henry Weinhardt's root beer, and took it to a work function, and everyone thought it was beer, and nobody touched it. It's like, it's root beer! Come on! So I ended up taking this whole thing home.
I'd be happy. More root beer for me.
Right. I wanted to like Not Your Dad's root beer, right? That's the one that's got a
I
little
do
bit
like
of alcohol
Dad's
in it. No, Dad's is good,
Yeah.
but I think
Not Your Dad's
I think
root
it's
beer?
called Not Your Dad's root beer because it's a root beer that has
That's
alcohol
alcoholic
in
root
it,
beer.
but it has a high cornstarch content, and I can taste that, especially in the aftertaste, and it ruins it for me. So like Fireball whiskey, same thing. It's got a high corn syrup, not starch, corn syrup content, and it just it's got it doesn't have the anise flavor of NyQuil, but it's got the other feelings that go along with it, and I don't like it.
Interesting. So, what is your favorite prop you've made? You get asked that every live stream.
Yes, it's a decent question. I'll probably answer it differently because it's going to depend on what I can remember that I've said before, and perhaps how I feel. Currently, my favorite prop is probably the head of Mechagodzilla, because that was something that I've wanted to make for a few years, and it finally actually happened. And it didn't turn out bad. I'm actually happy with the result, which is a rarity for an artist. So that's definitely one. Otherwise, I usually say things like the gravity gun from Half-Life, because I really like the game, and I was pretty happy with how that turned out, because it's got parts that move. Yeah.
This week I have my favorite one. I would have to say the cufflinks I made from The Simpsons.
Oh, okay.
I made the Simpsons family traditional cufflinks from when Lisa gets married with the little piggies in the wedding dress and the blue tuxedo.
Right.
I made those out of Palmer clay. That was a really fun one because it came out like the cartoon and it looked like the cartoon, and I was excited about that.
That's very cool.
And they're just a little tiny thing, but they make me so happy.
No, I get it.
Mm-hmm. So that will be this week's favorite prop.
Rodimus says, I love root beer. I'm a camel. I drink like over a gallon of water a day. Not even joking. I thought I was going to say you drink over a gallon of root beer a day. Prefers IBC root beer, which is a good root beer. Not even because of the glass bottle, just because I love the balance of flavors. My favorite overall, though, is Virgil's root beer. It's the good stuff. Virgil's is the good stuff.
Like, I can appreciate the good root beers, but in all reality, I want the classic mug root beer with the vanilla ice cream root beer float.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, they just meld together better than any other. You can't do root beer floats with just any root beer to me.
He really wants to go outside.
Jeez Louise does. Okay, I will take you outside.
So a root beer I miss because it's really hard to get anymore. A&W used to brew their root beer on the premises. That was good.
They still have it on tap at their stores, but they just taste like flat root beer.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to take him out to go to the bathroom. I will be back. Oh, I need my face mask.
Yes, you do. Welcome to the Dry Brushing Channel. Hello, my name is Odin. I'll be your host today as I dry brush dark silver over black. What we're doing is making a textured pattern of little circles. We'll add a highlight of some silver to it, and then we can all pretend that it's chainmail. Something about happy little accidents, something about happy little trees, something about feeding a squirrel in your pocket. Favorite props. Things I want to do. Things I want to do. I want to take a nap. Let's see. Okay, so all of you Godzilla fans out there, here's a opinion. I'm really making the 1974 Mechagodzilla. I'm going to try and stay true to the footage that I've got. You know, he's only got 6 minutes of screen time in the original movie. I've cut all the scenes out and put them on a timeline. So I will really want to stay true to that specific suit because there are subtle differences between Mechagodzilla and Mechagodzilla 2 from the Terror of Mechagodzilla. They're not major, but they're there. So I want to make the 74 version. However, is my memory spotty on this? The aliens that come along with Mechagodzilla 2 had the really cool, almost Ultraman helmets. They weren't just the green Planet of the Apes knockoffs that they had from the first Mechagodzilla, right? wouldn't I think it would be fun if the Mechagodzilla costume had a handler or two that had those helmets with those visors, but would that be, too much Spaceballs in your Star Wars? Is that good? Is that gonna would that rile everyone up? I'm just picking this up because I like the way it looks, and at least it's close enough, but it is wrong. So that's a question. You could say riveting, but in the sense of it's exciting to watch. Okay, so how many of you a few years ago, or even recently, sat through my entire Let's Watch Paint Dry video?
You get a badge for that.
You get a badge for that.
Wait, what were they called again?
Demerit badges, but I wouldn't give a demerit badge for that. That is a merit badge.
There you go.
I'm getting a very even coat on this one.
It is very even.
I'm not getting a lot of...
I can see because I know it's there, the doubles ones,
Yeah,
but I think it looks pretty darn good.
yeah.
We're just kind of meshing them together.
Okay.
Looks like somebody did see that one.
Somebody what?
Did see your paint drying video.
Oh, good. I know there's a lot of people did. I could actually go look up the numbers on that.
Well, it's looking good.
Trade! Okay, so, whole nother idea. Joking around last week. One of the things I was talking about was, let's put a camera on the roof. No, you brought this up.
Oh, yeah.
Let's put a camera on the roof and point at the railroad tracks. And I brought up, yeah, we can do it this way, this way, this way, this way. So, would you guys have any interest at all, once or twice during a live stream, because I'm talking about going up on the roof and setting something up and dropping down 25 feet of cable. This isn't something I want to do every week. I could set the camera up and when we hear a train during the live stream, you go, click over and we can watch the train go by. Train!
I love how just a little bit of silver on that black just makes it look like chainmail. Now, he had ironed it flat to really give it that mail look.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't find it necessary for the shoulder pieces, but I might try it on this one just because we have those bumpy spots of...
Right.
And I think it would just kind of...
Make the bumpy stops.
And I think it's big enough of an area that I think it'll look really better. That it might actually look really clean doing it pressed.
If I do much more, it'll just be an even coat all over again.
Yeah.
But I got both colors on there now. There's a fairly even samurai sword over the whole thing. And you can see I've got some spotty chainmail. Because the color's actually called chainmail.
Nice. Okay. You gotta let it dry, but then I think I'm just gonna stitch it.
Shouldn't take too long.
No, it's this way.
You want there's a hair dryer over to the side because microphones love hair dryers. I'm gonna step out and clean the brush off so I don't ruin it. I'll walk in front of the camera because I'm the host. Of course she is too, so I'm just Felicia.
He's actually expecting the train to just be Joe running past the shop with his train whistle. I definitely picture that. Your dog is so cute. I think so. I'm in love with my dogs. Even the whiny ones.
Even the whiny ones.
Yeah, the helmets in Terror of Mechagodzilla really do look otherworldly.
Okay. That's one of the things I talked about while you stepped out.
Can you make the food weather machine from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? I don't even remember what that looks like off
The
the top.
Flimstiver?
Yeah.
Steve. Yellow. I wouldn't be opposed to making the Flimstiver.
You wouldn't be opposed to it?
I would not be opposed to that.
So,
It
a definite maybe.
kind of a basic shape of a propane tank with legs,
Okay.
in the most general of terms. But yeah, it's interesting.
That's not out of the realm of possibilities. So
That's
there
not
you
outside
go,
the
Linda
realm of
Spifer.
possibilities, and it's not something that's currently on the list that I'm aware of.
Okay. Wow, that train. Sounds like it's on top of us, but I know it's over there. Sounds like it's over
What's
there.
fun is sometimes, do we see it? Can I see it here? When the train goes by, it shakes the ground enough that my cameras, which are hanging and supported by the ceiling, will move and sway. And so I see it in the edit that, oh, there's the train. And the other fun thing is there's stuff on top of it now, but there's been a couple of putty knives and other tools on the pegboard back here that when they were just by themselves, a train would go by and it would shake and shimmer. You see the light reflect off of it because the train's going by. Hi, Master Aylwood. Oh, Mr. Master Aylwood.
Yeah.
Scrappy Mac 99 says hi from the UK.
Hello in the UK.
Hello to the UK.
Hello to the UK. I'm thinking how I want to do this.
Dan does junk. Would lining the edge of acrylic plexiglass with a silicone strip for the blade of a weapon be con friendly? Specific questions like that are going to be answered at the con. I talk about it in broad terms based off of my experiences that I've had, which actually isn't as much as I probably make it sound like I've got.
Hey, you've been at least once or twice. That's more than some people.
I've been to a number of cons, and I've abused my privilege. Are those been checked? Oh yeah. Clear. I just don't want to go stand
Act
in the
like
damn
you
line.
belong.
Yeah. I actually pulled that off at WonderCon. Check the rules of the con. I don't know if they would even have any specific rules on the plexiglass acrylic to start with. It's going to come down to an issue probably of it being super pointy, like if you've got a scythe that comes out to a real good super point, and if it's eye level, that might be an issue. But it's going to be up to the judge. It's going to be up to the day. It's going to be up to the con, because there are cons you can go to where live steel is okay. So it depends on the place you're going.
Yeah.
Live steel meaning
No,
a
I
sword.
know.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
also, if people know the difference between plexiglass and acrylic, if plexiglass is not okay, but acrylic is, well, how do you know the difference?
Right.
It's just like,
Right. That's definitely splitting hairs. I'm
Yeah.
sure everyone in the comments will let me know, but I'm pretty sure plexiglass is acrylic, isn't it? I think plexiglass is just like
But I'm just
Kleenex
saying
versus
you get-
facial tissue.
yeah, you
Because I
just
don't think
get-
plexiglass is polycarbonate. I'm pretty sure plexiglass is acrylic. Anyway.
yeah, but you just get into the technicalities. What is
Right.
this made out of? Is it made out of metal? No.
No,
Of
it's
course
transparent
not.
aluminum. Yeah,
Of course not.
of course not.
Right? It's all foam. It's all foam here.
It's all foam here.
I'm just,
Davry Brodziak says, "Hello, Odin. Have a nice day." Thank you. Have a nice day.
do you have
DeVry?
the
DeVry.
leather needles that I got and left?
Where did those go?
Oh,
Through the
here they are.
machine?
Those
Yeah.
are jersey. Sorry.
Those are Jersey.
Jersey leather. There you go.
Yeah, there should be some leather in there too.
Oops, sorry, Bruno. Toby. Step on both of them. No, those are universals. I'll just use the leather needles.
Yep. It's good. You wanted leather anyway.
Well, I'm going through the actual layers now.
Martin Shaw, it's okay you're late. Thank you for showing up.
Yes.
He just says evening, sorry I'm late.
Well, we have like a minute and we're over, so.
Yeah,
You know what?
we have a minute, we're into overtime.
You know what? I'll do that next week where I'll actually sew it together and put the whole lining on as one piece because I feel like I could do that in one set,
Okay.
like, versus starting something right now, you know?
Right, because right now is the time to start saying goodbye for,
Right?
for the next 20 minutes.
Well, by the time I get the needle replaced, it's set up and ready to go. So I'll get the needle in if you want to see what people are saying.
Oh, sure, I can do that.
And then we can say goodbye. And I won't do this till next week. I will get the whole garter actually, like,
Okay.
girdle.
Girdle.
We'll have
Girdle,
the
garter.
girdle.
So the crafty narwhal is saying train cam is a necessity.
I wonder what kind of crazy things you'd pick up on the train cam. Just thinking of the stuff that goes on in that back parking lot.
Right. Well, there's not much that happens in the back parking lot at this point.
Well, because
We have a security camera back there that I could pull up and look at, but it mostly looks at our parking lot.
Yeah.
And that's not exciting.
but
it just barely
behind there
catches
where
the
train is.
Right. We need another camera to point actually at the train.
Yeah.
Still doable.
I need a little screwdriver.
Hello, Willie Halstead. Starius Prime. Live Steel would be a great band name. Come see Live Steel, live at the Downtown Auditorium. Hear the hit song Live and Let Live.
I like it.
Or
I was
Live and Let
figured
Live.
my band would be a fistful of pins.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Because I always,
Yeah.
oh, here.
Here.
Okay. But I like that. Live Steel, followed by a fistful of pins.
Godzilla Man 2000, he's going to head out. Thank you. Hope
Thank
you have
you
a
for
good time
listening.
as well. And Felicia, you have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I will.
Costume Kid. Hello, Costume Kid. Love the stream, Odin. Thank you. How's it going? Costume Kid's one of the very early commenters on... I think you were talking to me on DIY Prop Shop, right? Well before I had Odin Makes. Hey, how's it going? Squid Stick is back. All right,
back.
check the Discord one more time. Okay, Nicole. I'm getting called out for not taking care of my patrons.
Hi, patrons.
I love root beer. Just lost power. Thanks for a good live stream. Oh, you know we lost power once.
Yeah, in the middle of a live
In the
stream.
middle of us, yeah. Virgil's is expensive. $7 for a 4-pack. Yes, it is. But you know what? It's good. All right, here we. Oh, hey, Rick Skin's in here with the Scooby Doo ghost. My time to shine. Train. I'm done with that. Rodimus Prime. Okay, a real question. What is your favorite prop from DIY Prop Shop?
So we have to think about which ones you did in that specific series.
Well, the question is a little more broad scope than that. What's your favorite prop? What is, mine could be yours as well, because it isn't specifically, it doesn't say Odin. What is your favorite prop from DIY Prop
Isn't
Shop?
that prop shop?
Well, did Vinny make something that looked really cool? How about something Hendo made or Dustin made? Because it's the whole series. It's not just what I made, right? Mm-hmm. Yes.
But
that is specifically DIY
But
Prop
that's
Shop.
specifically my
That
favorite.
specifically. Oh, that specifically is your
Specifically,
favorite. All right.
Specifically. No, like that one, I wanted to be that for Halloween that year when you made that.
Right.
Yeah, no, this is my favorite prop. But what about yours? I like that you can push the button.
To push, yeah, it lights up.
There's a portal.
I'm trying to think through all of them. Yeah, it could be this one. It is probably more this one because it's easier to carry around, but Marceline's guitar was a lot of fun to do, even though it was a freaking nightmare, and I totally painted it the wrong paint.
But that's called the more you know.
The more you
have
know.
to make mistakes to learn.
Right.
I don't know how to get that up there, but that's my favorite prop.
Okay.
Because, who doesn't want a portal gun?
Yeah, exactly. Especially one that's goes to different dimensions as well. Yeah, interdimensional portal gun.
So we made it through.
We made it through.
We actually made some progress.
We actually made progress.
Yeah, I was very quiet and not really talking to people today. Sorry. But I did.
And I didn't shut up.
So we have half a girdle done.
We have half a girdle done. That's
We need
awesome.
to find the rest of the missing chainmail. the
Or
case
make
of
more.
them. Or make more. Yeah, we have more.
We have one.
But that would be for the back. But this needs to get sewn together next week, right here,
Okay.
and flipped. And then it needs to be just a little bit of lining, not a lot of bit of lining, because technically you don't really need the lining.
Right, but
It'll make it look pretty,
it will.
so why not?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm one of those guys that would do the panel lining of all the underskeleton in the Gundam. When you put it together, you'll never see it. But it's all painted and panel lined.
Right?
Right?
I can appreciate those people. I'm not always those people, but I can see the benefit of it in
Right.
this situation. It'll
Yeah.
add to the structure because
It'll
we're
add to
not
the
putting
structure.
any boning in a girdle, and boning's
Right.
what's going to give you the structure and support. Instead of using boning, we're using
Using the foam.
the foam for a structure and support.
Right. Which that'll do it, but not. It's not going to have the rigidity or the
It's
wherewithal of boning.
Yeah, it's different. Boning is meant to stay straight and tight, and no matter what you move, it's going
Right.
to stab you.
Yep.
This will
move and buckle.
and buckle, and you'll get kind of bends and wiggles in it,
Mhm.
but it's going to be laced at the side. Well, this side is the straight side is the side, but it's
Okay.
going to be laced at the side, so you have that flexibility of size adjustment,
Right.
motion. You know what? This is after lunch.
Right. After the all-you-can-eat pizza buffet.
Pretty much, you have some adjustability and wiggle room in there. So, I don't know. That's what we're working with so far.
Sweet. I saw one here. Janice Usser. Odin makes, since I came uber late to this live stream. That translates to I came over late to this live
Uber,
stream.
super.
Uber. Well, Uber's over. But anyway, to this live stream, I just want to wish you both a Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
Uber is super, because I remember the Uber lieutenant was the over lieutenant, and so to my enjoyment of poorly using lexicon even on myself is it's over. It's over.
That's okay. I just think it's the
As-
people
as-
you
as-
give your address to and they come pick you up.
Yeah.
If the internet's you meet off the strangers you meet off the internet.
Yes, exactly.
You
'Cause
know?
Yeah.
Your parents always tell you, don't meet strangers off the internet. And then you go, hey, internet, send me a stranger to my house so that they can give me a ride.
So I can hop in the car.
Go to the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So, yay, internet.
Yay, internet. Train! So we're already missing out with the train cam. Sorry, guys.
But, see, people were interested.
They were interested. I had more than one. Oh! Squid Stick found it. The missing chainmail's on the moon. He teleported it there. Thanks, Squid. Cool. Costume Kid says, I'm working on a foam Mandalorian costume while watching this. You can make an episode out of it? That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I like to craft while I listen to either live streams or lectures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes it go by quickly.
It does.
A train can is needed.
Malicious Dolphin. That's a great name. Oh, great. It came right at the end. Well, thank you for joining us, Malicious Dolphin, because it is five minutes after the hour. Well, welcome to the top of the second hour, and on these particular Mondays. With the live streams, we've been building the Witcher build and having a lot of fun, and I'm really glad that all of you came by and let us ramble through and poorly mispronounce your name and in general have some good talk and have some good visiting time and some fun. And we actually got a little bit done. She did all the work. We got a little bit done on the Witcher build. So next week we will be continuing with that. Next week may not be the first final episode, but sure, why not? And thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. Do you have anything you want to?
Happy holidays. Stay safe out there. I know things are crazy, but lights at the end of the tunnel.
True.
Making it through to the new year.
Right. Making it through the new year.
All of you guys that this year has sucked, yes, it has sucked, and it's okay.
It's okay.
And it's okay. And you know what? It's almost over.
It is. It really is almost. I'm surprised it's almost over.
Right?
Actually.
It's
Yeah.
just, I had plans for this year.
It's that weird thing when so long ago I was looking forward, going, oh yeah, that's so far away, and now I'm here, and I look back and go, where the hell did the time go?
Yeah, no, this year has definitely gone by. Stay safe. Be happy. Happy holidays.
Stay
It's been
safe.
fun.
Yes, be awesome to each other.
Yes.
And thank you for just being you and being awesome and hanging out with us.
So,
And yes, there's going to be lots of different ways that you can live stream. And there's certainly many, many different ways that you can make foam armor and foam chainmail. But this is how Felicia makes.
this isn't it?
Yeah, it really, today it absolutely was. It is. So, thank you guys. Bruno's backside says thank you guys. And we'll see you again next Monday. We'll definitely be here at noon next Monday. A worst case scenario, I'll be the only one here, but I'm pretty sure I know someone who's coming by again. So I hope to see you next week, and we'll hang out for another couple of hours.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. You're okay, baby.